Hey. What are you doing? You can't. Is this Wikipedia?
Maybe.
You can't use Wikipedia. This is not a reliable source.
I'm writing the characters down. What do you want me to do?
No, what?
Let me just go to movies.com.
No. Movies.com. There you go.
I think that's a site.
Is it?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Okay, that's it. Safety first. Alright. J.R.R. Tolkien, otherwise known as John Ronald Reuel, was born January 3rd, 1892, in a small town in South Africa. Having a very hard childhood, his father died when he was only 4, and shortly afterwards, his mother moved them to England. Right after that, when Tolkien was about 12, his mother ended up dying of acute diabetes. After this, he attended college and began to write. Right about 1914, he got deployed into World War I, where he fought on the front lines. And then afterwards, he ended up also fighting in World War II. John married Edith Bratt on March 22nd, 1916, and was married to her up until her death. That's pretty much all I got. Oh. Yeah, we're supposed to do a bit now. What are you doing?
Okay, sorry. Hey guys. So you're here to learn about J.R.R. Tolkien. His belief.
Keep going. You're fine.
Okay. His beliefs. He was a very strong Roman Catholic. Really strong, like Pope strong. And his political beliefs, he was traditionally moderate. He was like, yeah, I like the traditional side, but I'm like, see both sides. Tolkien was a strong influence in the conversion of the author C.S. Lewis. He was like, hey, you're an atheist. You should come be a good Catholic with me. His educational life was, he got his first degree from Exeter College in England, and then he went and served in World War II and was like, pew pew. And then later he became an Anglo-Saxon language professor at the University of Oxford in England. All in England. Then until he wrote the Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings trilogy, where then he made enough bank to retire early. And then he became a poet. But no one knows
he was
about
a
him
poet and didn't know it.
Yeah, no one really knew he was a poet. Fun fact, he translated Beowulf, and he blew some people's minds because they were like, no way, that's what it's about. And he was like, yeah.
Stop saying Mr. Pretty talked about that.
He was like, yeah, that's what it's about. We're good here. The characters in The Hobbit, we got Thorin, and Fili, and Keely, and Wallen, and Dwalin, and Oin, and Gloin, and Dorian, Nori, and Ori, and Bifur, and Borfur, and Pomfur, and Gandalf, and Bilbo, and my boy Legolas, and then all the others that no one cares about.
Hello again. In the book The Hobbit, Tolkien begins with a hobbit named Bilbo Baggins, who's a short, stubby, little, mild-mannered hobbit who would never dream of going on an adventure. And one day, the great wizard Gandalf shows up and decides that he's going to trick Bilbo into having a big party with all these dwarves, and they're going to go on a secret mission to go take back their lonely mountain, which is the dwarves' home that was taken over by the dragon Smaug. Now, at first, Bilbo really opposes this because hobbits are, like I said, really mild-mannered, and they don't like confrontation and violence and things like that. But after a while, Bilbo just thinks, what the heck, and ends up going on the trip. Okay, cut there. Hello again. Earlier today, I told you about Bilbo, the main character in the story, but I didn't really tell you about the storyline and what goes on. Basically what happens is Gandalf organizes this huge dwarf meeting of 12 dwarves who show up at Bilbo's house end up throwing a big dinner party and then start talking all serious about how they want to do a quest to take back their home, or the Lonely Mountain. The Lonely Mountain has been taken over by the main protagonist of the story, which is Smaug the Dragon, who, he stole all their gold in their house, and so they decide to go on this quest. And Bilbo doesn't really want to do this quest. He's not really the adventurous type, but he decides that he needs it in his life and does it anyway. They go through all kinds of forest and prairie land, getting chased by orcs and trapped by goblins and giant spiders that talk. And by the end of it, Bilbo's really, really learned. At the end of it, they go into the mountain, and there's a big, huge battle with Smaug, and they end up winning the battle and getting the mountain back. After this, though, Thorin goes a little bit crazy for the gold, just like his father did. But that's a different part of the storyline, and we'll ignore that. But pretty much what happens is Bilbo learns a lot and grows a lot from being this shy little hobbit to coming out of his shell and being very adventurous. And the adventure was actually very good for him. It changed his life. While they were in the Goblin Cave, the main part of the story is that he finds from a goblin named Gollum down in the very bottom caves of the Goblin Lair. He ends up stealing this ring from Gollum. That's one of the High Elves' powerful rings. It's called the Ring to Rule Them All. And what it does is it turns him invisible. So he uses that to escape the Goblin Lair, and then by the end of the story, he ends up leaving it for his nephew, Frodo Baggins, and that's how the rest of the Lord of the Rings start. Where are you going, Master Bilbo?
I'm going on an adventure! Ooh, a ladybug. Sorry, there's a ladybug.
What is this?
It's an old troll cave. Be careful what you touch.
It's a shame all the stuff's just, laying around. Gandalf, what's this?
It's a dagger. Elven make. It lights up blue around goblins or orcs. Run!
I'm a good driver, I swear. I only had a couple of beers. Only a couple. I've had 3.
Safety first. J.R.R. Tolkien, otherwise known as John Ronald Reuel, was born on January 3rd, 1892, in a small town in South Africa. Having a very hard childhood, when he was just 4, his father Arthur died of rheumatic fever. Shortly after this, his mother moved them to England. When Tolkien was just 12, God, I can't even look at you. Oh, bitch. Safety first. J.R.R. Tolkien, otherwise known as John Ronald Reuel, was on January 3rd. I can't.
I need to leave. And I'm gonna show Mom the video because I can't be here.
Oh shit. Okay.
Alright, you guys film this, I'll be back.
Alright, this next time is gonna be it. I'm gonna do it.
Oh, I didn't see you guys there. Hello. Here you guys are wanting to hear about J.R.R. Tolkien, man. Well, his beliefs was he was
Token? J.R.R. Token. I'm about to go to the arcade and get me a token. We crushed a frog in the door.
No!
Casualties of movie making.
the death of a beautiful star.
It's not that beautiful. He's pretty ugly.
I'm pretty sure he's the one who cracked the glass.
Oh, sweet.
Winston?
There! Oh! Hey, you! What did you learn? What did you learn about your window? You're supposed to close your window.
What? Go surfing. Surfing USA. Alright.
Not about the drinks in the party, yes.